I'm Clint.
And I'm Tracy, and we want to wish everyone a happy Mardi Gras.
Today we're going to be cooking the Muffuletta. The Muffuletta was founded in New Orleans in 1906 on Decatur Street. So let's get going. We're going to make this sandwich and we're going to make it taste good, and let's let the good times roll.
Okay, so our ingredients for the Muffuletta would start with an 8 to 9 inch round bread, and we've got the Hearth Breads loaf from Whole Foods. You have your classic olive salad. It's also called a tamponade, I believe. Then we have a broth base. It's vegan ham seasoning that we're going to use to flavor the smoked tofu. We also have 2 cheeses. We have the Violife smoked provolone. We have the mature cheddar slices by Violife. For our meat substitutes, we're going to use Italian-style pepperoni. We're going to use the Tofurky brand plant-based deli slices that are peppered. And then we have an already smoked tofu from Soy Boy.
All right, so we're going to prep the smoked tofu to give it that nice ham seasoning. So I got the tofu, I got the vegan broth, and I got me a little aluminum foil thing to kind of put everything in together. So I am horrible at cutting, so I use this nice little slicer so I can get everything nice and even the way I like it. So basically, I'm going to go down. And I'm going to slice my tofu, making sure it's all the same length and width. And we're probably not going to use all that tofu, but I got enough tofu in there for the sandwich. So I'm going to save this for another day.
So for the vegan broth base to put over the tofu, I'm going to use about a teaspoon of the seasoning and whisk it into, this is probably a little bit less than a cup of water. We're going to just break that up in there. You can find, I think I get this on Amazon. It's kind of difficult to find sometimes, but it does a really good job. So we're just going to whisk that together. Don't want too many lumps. Okay. And then we're going to just kind of drip it over the tofu. And that really is enough for that little faux pan that we've got here.
All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to turn on the oven. We're going to preheat it to 350. Then we're going to stick that in, and we're going to wait for some of that to start caramelizing. Once it's kind of got a little caramelized and the water's evaporated, it's going to be good to go. All right, so we got our loaf here, right? Nice little 8 to 9 inch loaf. We're going to cut it down halfway. All right, now that we have it cut, what we're going to want to do is remove some of this bread in the middle, right? You can either use your fingers like I am right now, so we can get everything in there and it's going to stay nice in there.
And leave the crust.
Right, there's just a lot of bread. And what we like to do with this bread, because we don't want to waste it, is we'll make croutons with this, with a little bit of olive oil, some onion, and garlic seasoning. Comes out great. Okay, so just because I like to use my fingers because I can get a good feel of the thickness. Because you want a little bit in there, but you just don't want so much bread. And we're doing this while the tofu's still cooking. All right, it's good thickness. It's good. So when the tofu's done, we're gonna be ready to cook it up. All right, our tofu's done. We're gonna pull it out of the oven. Let's see what we got here. All right. So we can see that the tofu, all the water has evaporated. And it's the consistency that I want. All right, after we hollowed out our bread, the first thing we want to do is put the olives in. I want to kind of get some of that oil in there as well. So what you want to do is get it in there, kind of spread it out. Okay, all right, I see a whole one in there. That looks like I'm not going to use that whole one. This doesn't look like it was chopped, so I don't know if it was pitted or not. Get a nice layer of olives on there. Then on our other one, we want to do the same. Okay. Okay, so we got that. All right. All right, so then what we're going to do is we're going to do our lighthouse pepperoni. We're going to layer that in here. Get that in there. Get it down. Get that down. Get that down. Get that down in there. Same here. All right. Then we're going to do our cheeses. Put those in there. Then we're going to do our lunch meats. In there. Do our second flavored cheese. And then in the middle, we're going to use the tofu. Layer that tofu nice across, just like so. Good pieces in there. Eat one for myself. Came out great. And then we're going to take this, we're going to put it on top, smush everything down. And now what we're going to do is we're going to wrap this in aluminum foil, and we're going to put it in the oven for about 30 minutes. And then we're going to pull this bad boy out. So you'll be seeing us next time when we pull it out. All right, so our muffuletta has been cooking for 30 minutes. It should be ready to take out. I'm going to take it out of the oven. So there we go. Open this up. Take a good look. So you want it to make sure that it's at least, nice and warm in the center. So I'm just going to kind of open it up and look. Oh yeah, looks good. Feel the heat coming off. So now what we're going to want to do is cut this. We can cut it in fourths. And after I cut it, I'll plate it, and that'll be our final cut. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed the muffuletta. So this is our finished product, muffuletta. We put it with a couple Zapp's chips and garnished it with some banana peppers and parsley. So again, everyone, happy Mardi Gras, and let the good times roll.